I never thought that I would reach a point where I would be called a moral guardian for criticizing AI. Ask a colleague why they refuse to use AI. Because AI doesn't produce the best results. They are first drafts at best. And that's only judging from a quality perspective rather than hardware costs, bills, power, environmental damage, market damage, etc. Notice how none of those arguments are moral. They say it uses up all that water. You point out the water uses far smaller than some would have them believe. Wrong. It is actually far bigger, and it gets bigger as time goes on. AI gets more efficient, but efficiency leads to more use, aka Jevons paradox. The water usage of AI is rising. They are not gonna get smaller, and AI usage is big enough to destroy the hardware market as we see more supercomputers being made to power AI. Sucks to be you, Sora. Then it's hallucinations. You mentioned accuracy has improved dramatically. No, it has not improved dramatically. Hallucinations still happen on complex reasoning. That vending machine incident from December last year is more than enough proof. The many criticisms leveled against AI is not a moral issue, but some AI users certainly think so. They're not reasoning, they're rationalizing their gut intuitions. Wow, that sentence alone is a dead giveaway of AI writing. This guy's trying to make the argument that a lot of anti-AI arguments are moral arguments, not pragmatic or logical ones. They even compared it to GMOs and vaccines. Another instance of AI fanatics connecting anti-AI to anti-vaxxers. They genuinely think that AI is just as helpful of a technology as vaccines are. A majority of AI opponents said their views wouldn't change even if AI proves safe and beneficial. Unfortunately for you and everyone else around the world, the time when AI is safe and beneficial is not now. It destroyed the hardware market. They are expensive because of AI. How can I say that they are beneficial when they are destroying the market for everyone? Do not ask if AI will improve financial performance hypothetically. That's about as ludicrous of a hypothetical as vaccines causing autism. It is unbelievable to see AI users paint the haters as moral guardians. No, really, they are. The moralization of AI. Why we resist even when it works. Really? Does it actually work for everyone? Have you established that it does? I can tell you for a fact that AI is nowhere near as effective and positive changing as GMOs and especially vaccines. The fact that you are making this comparison and indirectly calling us delusional moral guardians that deny science like those anti-vaxxers is absolutely demented. You can't claim that people are anti-science when you yourself are denying the facts. This part is deplorable. Opponents wouldn't change their minds even if AI risk were zero and benefits were high. This is like saying pro-vaccine users wouldn't change their minds even if vaccines have proved to cause autism. I refuse to engage in this absolutely ludicrous hypothesis. Establish that AI risks are not zero and the benefits were high first before you ask this loaded hypothesis. I love this part in this infographic. Participants in behavioral studies refuse AI assistance, even when it meant losing financial performance bonuses. Are you so desperate for validation that you have to bribe your critics? How about you establish that AI creates financial performance bonuses first before you talk horrendous garbage like this? AI fanatics really have to attack their haters this way. AI hater anatomy, dissected the classic specimen. Of course they're gonna use an AI-generated art for this anatomy. The face is rage, plus instant soulless spam. Well, this is about as soulless as you can get. The brain is nothing but an echo chamber, reciting theft, slop, no soul, and learn to draw. Those are perfectly valid points. We recite them because you won't listen. You're the NPC in the room, and you don't even realize it. Slouch Goblin flexes unfinished 2019 sketches. Well, I don't draw, but I do write and finish my videos. These words you are hearing are definitely not written by AI because AI writing just plain sucks, and I refuse to let it write my script. Feet stuck in 2022 and screams, AI will replace us. Fortunately, I don't think AI is going to replace human beings anytime soon. The thing about AI fanatics is that most of them are not competent enough without an AI. They claim that they are artists, programmers, and writers, but they are next to useless without an AI. This would have been an interesting discovery if it weren't so biased. We made a blind taste test to see whether New York Times readers prefer human writing or AI writing. 86,000 people have taken it so far, and the results are fascinating. Overall, 54% of quiz takers prefer AI, a real moment. Well, if that is true, then we don't need you writing anymore. You're fired. We can just have AI to do the writing for us, right? Fortunately, I've used AI frequently enough that I am able to tell and detect AI writing, but I'm not perfect, and it is possible for AI to write just as close to humans as they possibly can. It's possible, but their best will not be as good as the best writing that humanity can offer. This video has a script that is 0% AI, because AI just sucks at writing what I want to write. I am in absolute awe of how stupid this is. Claude can research like a Stanford PhD student. No, do not use Claude or any other AI for researching like a PhD student. If you want to do research, do it yourself and start researching manually. I'm going to share X papers on topic. Before I ask anything, do this. Do not do any of this if you are a researcher or an academic, because you will fail. List every paper by author, year, and core claim in one sentence. No, use Google Scholar. Start searching the papers on your own using keywords and read them. If you don't understand, then consult an AI to elaborate. AI will potentially hallucinate the search results, and you really don't want that. Fortunately, they are decent at making complex topics easier to digest, but they still need a real paper to digest, not a hallucinated one. This one alone saves 6 hours of backward citation digging. And that is 6 hours not worth saving. You learn absolutely nothing. You will have zero knowledge on the paper that you are writing. You wasted all that money on your college degree, and you didn't even earn it. I can't be bothered going through all these 9 prompts because all these assume that Claude or the chatbots that you are using have very good memories. Never assume that AI has a good memory. Just because they remember a couple of things doesn't mean they remember everything. These prompts turn Claude into a research co-pilot. No, let me stop you right there. These prompts do not turn Claude into a co-pilot. Claude is the pilot, and you're just a passenger. It maps papers under 30 minutes, and it will absolutely hallucinate them. It finds contradictions you'd miss in 10 hours of reading. That is impossible. Unless you have zero reading comprehension skills and have no understanding of the subject, you will not miss contradictions. It surfaces research gaps worth publishing on, but you don't need AI to do that. All research papers will point out their limitations or make their limitations apparent. You would know if you read any. It builds a knowledge structure you actually remember, but you yourself don't remember anything. You have the AI to remember it for you. The one who will be tested for the thesis defense is not the AI, it will be you. If you don't know anything about your research, you are screwed, and you are screwing yourself doing this. And that's all for the video today. Here's a cat. Huge thanks to all the wonderful sponsors this week. You're all fantastic. Don't forget to check out my previous videos here. Click the like button, comment, subscribe, join the YouTube membership, leave some tips, just $1 down below. And thanks for watching.